This episode of American Signature Outdoors is brought to you by American Signature Kennels. Made in the USA. American Signature Kennels produces American Labrador Retrievers that have been selected to have the highest potential. These retrievers are suited for everything from the timber to the rice fields. Our goal is to produce dogs that have enough talent and drive to excel at the highest level, while also be able to relax with the family in the house at the end of the day. Go to AmericanSignatureKennels.com and select Contact Us to find your next duck dog, partner, and family companion. The American Revolution starts now. So here we are, day 2, Habitat Flats Kennels with Eric Teson. Good things going on today, going over setup, getting ready to get kicked off, and they've got something different set up for us today prior to the day 1, right? But speaking of day 1, if you hadn't watched that already, stop right here, go ahead and start off with that so you can get caught up on everything we've done with the puppies, with Eric's history in dog training, and the facility as a whole, right? So watch that, come back, and we'll go from there.
What we're doing today is we're incorporating our check down bird again with a little bitty left hand mark. It's going to float against the shore. It's going to be pretty tough to get, especially with the way the rest of the setup is going. We're going to run multiple corner cutters here, and then we're going to come back and pick up that little bitty check down bird. So not only are we working on memory on the check down bird, but those dogs are going to be kind of programmed to swim these corners and do a real good job in these corners. And as this bird sits over here, it's going to be floating into the corner. So that dog's gonna literally have to think about it, slow down, check down, and pick up this bird that's been sitting over there the entire time.
The goal is to not cheat the bank. Get in the water, take the appropriate angle, get out of the water, get the mark. And then you're running it all over again, a completely different type of angle. That one's a whole lot fatter, more moon shaped. Then you got just a point angle over here. They still gotta get in the water, hit the bank, come up, pick up the bird, turn around and come back and do it the same, right? So then you come back, now you've done those 2 birds, the swimming, and now you know you got a memory bird over here, but it's also a check down bird. And the first 2 dogs, he started off in white with the white bumper, and it was too easy for them. As soon as they crested the hill, they seen it, so they weren't really checking down. They were just like, hey, there's the bird. So we swapped to orange bumpers now, so the dogs actually got to go for it and not blow past it, and actually check down and hunt the area of the fall. Come back from that, then we're running the blind right down the middle off the point. If the more seasoned dogs, they've been trained to kind of stay off point, so if they go super fat, we're gonna put them on it, make them just kind of touch the grass. So make them say, hey, it's okay when I tell you to, right? Just stay on the line. Younger dogs, if they don't touch the grass or touch the point, that's fine as long as they go right up the side of it and stay in line, right? So that's the setup for today. 3 marks, a blind, but you're teaching concepts and building on the concept that you worked on yesterday and really setting it in stone some more with the check down. And now you're actually working on the beat sheet at the same time, right? So this goes to show you that you don't have to just work on one thing at a time. You can incorporate different drills and things at one time as long as you're not just overloading the dog. Chip away at it. And by the end of the week, you know, they've really worked on a specific concept and freshed up on some drills and have made improvements.
Is that it?
Roll Tide.
Well, that's a pretty good little blind. They like to get in that cut and hang to the right of it.
So what's your thoughts on her as far as like on the blinds? How do you decide when to let them go and when to not let them go? When to stop them when they're 20 yards in front of you versus letting them get in the water and then cast them there? Like, what determines that for you?
That's gonna, I mean, we're gonna always go back to the dog, you know what I mean? These dogs that have popper problems, I'm gonna let them run a long ways before I blow a whistle on them. A dog that has a lot of drive at the beginning, I may stop them early so I can establish control. On a blind like this, yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for a good entry into the water. I want to be pretty close to be on line. The middle of my blind is the point. So the dogs that are going to swim around it, I'm going to put them pretty deep on that point, and then I'm going to ask them to get back off of it. The dogs that are going to get on it, I'm going to make them swim around it, and then I want a good exit point on the other side to drive up that hill. I don't want to be too far. I definitely don't want to be inside, and I don't want to be too far outside. But being outside here, there's nothing that's really going to hurt me per se, because I'm not casting in the wind to get that final cast, that money cast. So
yeah.
If you're going to err on the side of this blind, I like to exit a little bit on the right side, just because that cast is easy to get.
Do you care when you're teaching dog how many whistles it takes you to get there?
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna run the dog, not the blind. So by me saying that is, if I'm asking for a left hand back and I don't get a left hand back, I'm going to keep giving left hand backs until I get that left hand back. I don't care if I end up way off a line while I'm training.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep asking, tweet, attrition, tweet, attrition, tweet, attrition. Finally, if I need to intervene with the collar, I will give a light correction and ask for that cast. But I'm going to wear a dog out with attrition until I get that cast, and then I'll get the dog back online if need be. If not, I'll have my bird boy go over there and throw me another bumper out in a random spot just so I can make sure I get that cast. I quit running the blind and start running the dog. I think everybody thinks a collar is a fix-it-all. You know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't fix things. I mean, eventually you can apply enough pressure in an area where a dog's not willing to return to that area, or it gives you a change of behavior. But early in the year, you know, even with my young master dogs and my master dogs, I'm willing to use quite a bit of attrition with those dogs to kind of get them back on track. Like, if this dog would start running around right now, I would use pressure on it for sure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
On the D-cheat part of the drill.
Yeah, absolutely. There's sometimes, instead of breaking the dog's momentum to stop and cast in, I'll just nick around the edge of the corner here. So I definitely use a lot of pressure sometimes. In a circumstance like this over here, I'm going to give that dog a couple times to get out of that situation first, because I can change the mentality of the dog instead of just making it nervous about getting on or off the point. You start using a lot of pressure, you start creating a lot of nervous energy in those spots on the down the shore part, or on and off the point, or entry or exit of water. You start using or misusing e-collar pressure in those locations, and you start getting nervous dogs that start doing some really, really funny things. You know, Here. Row. Here. Sit. Here. Row. That's an overreaction on her part, but that's okay. I get the idea across right here.
So on this particular concept or drill, why'd you make the decision to call her back to you instead of just correcting her there on the spot? I mean, I know you made a correction at the corner.
Yeah.
But what was the decision to call back and resend and do over? What's the benefit?
I've done it both ways. I feel as if I break that dog's momentum and ask it to get in. I do show the dog where I want it to get in. This dog has been through enough training. It understands, hey, I made a mistake there. I did not do the correct thing. So instead of me making the decision for the dog by stopping it and showing it where I went in, I made that little small correction in the corner, pulled her back and asked her to do it again and make the decision herself. I just think you get a dog that thinks its way through problems that way instead of relies on you as a handler to help that dog.
Yeah.
You know, you get those dogs, not her, she's got a big motor, but you get those softer running dogs that are a little unsure of themselves. They'll start seeing that concept and running down there and popping because they want you to make that decision for them. I feel a lot of that is caused by handler influence because you blow that whistle and then you get them through it. I don't want to do that. I want that dog to make its own decision on a rerun.
Yeah.
Heel.
All right, so here right now we have Ruby Sue, day 2 puppy training. And so what we're actually about to do is, because my schedule right now, I'm about to have to be out of town for a month or 2, on and off, and I'm not gonna be home a lot. Wife, 3 kids, ball teams. Ideally, these puppies are gonna most likely just get turned out for the next month and a half, 2 months. I don't want that. So I was talking to these guys like, hey, let's do this. Let me leave the puppies here with y'all. Let them go through your puppy program. By the time they're ready for gun dog, my schedule should clear up a little bit and I can come back and get them. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave them here, do some puppy training, puppy program here. They're gonna send me updates weekly, and then I'm gonna come pick them up, show how much they progress when it's come time to pick them up, do some more stuff with some new stuff that they got going on here at that class that we can't even tell you about yet. But Eric and everybody's excited about. We do that, follow up with them, do some part 3, pick up the puppies, and just do a whole experience to see how everything's going. So we're looking forward to it. Day 2, Ruby Sue, see how she does.
Well, yesterday she was kind of all over the place, so today I decided to go ahead and put the prong collar on her. I wanted her attention to be more on me, and I think that we did a better job about that today. She was able to focus more on me and on the treats, so she was paying more attention to like what I wanted her to do. And she was also a lot more confident in everything that we were doing, so she did a lot better today.
One thing to note is the age difference, right? So these 2 dogs are 2 different levels. Margot, the older dog, she's 6 weeks older, and I had just started a little bit of slip lead sit with her, okay? Yesterday was the first time Ruby Sue ever had a slip lead on her. Today's the first time she ever got a Hermspringer on her. So yesterday she's all spunky and bouncing around, place like that. So she's just a little bit younger, 3 days behind, 4 days behind the other one in training wise, not much, and I didn't get to do a lot with them. But they're different dogs, different personalities, and this one being a little younger. I just didn't want everybody to see it on camera and think, well, 1 dog, 2 dog. There's actually nearly a 2-month age gap between these 2 dogs.
That's where I put it, because she's kind of bored with it now. I see that she's already made some connections, like with place, and just being more confident going up onto an elevated surface, whereas before she was kind of weary. Also with the heel in here, she had no idea what that was the first day, and I've already got her doing it somewhat on the place boards and a lot more confidently off the place boards. So I don't think it's gonna take her maybe a week to get it all put together and figured out. See, she's already, and her sit is a lot more snappy today, as is what I've noticed. She responds pretty well to the leash pressure also. Like, she's not trying to fight me or lay down on the ground or whine. I like give her a little tug and she's like, oh, what are you asking of me? So those are some things I look for in a puppy on day 2.
All right, so we just wrapped up Habitat Black's kennels. Last 2 days, been going strong, going good. The weather, you can see it right now, we're about to be hit with a winter storm at the end of March right here. So, hey, really enjoyed our time. Looking forward to see what we can do next with these guys.